Hi guys, I have some big news to share with you today, and it is not exactly happy news. Well, it is, but it isn't. It's been a while since I've been on here, and I know I started at the beginning of the year stating that I was going to be putting more time into my YouTube channel, and that has not been the case. However, it will be the case because we have big life changes coming. And they're coming soon. It has been an insane time right now. We got news that Ian's company is relocating us to Denver, Colorado. And we are moving, when I'm filming this, in 4 days. 4, y'all. Which is why I've been a little MIA. There's been a lot going on. We've had a lot of things on our plate. And we have been trying to figure out a lot of different things. So, Ian is staying with the same company. He got an amazing opportunity. He is very excited about it. I too am excited in some ways, but it is very bittersweet, as you can imagine. And one of the things that I'm saddest about is leaving our house and our friends that, you know, basically our entire life here. I am going to miss all of that. But I have grown to love this house so very much. We have decided that we're going to rent this house in Atlanta. It's been a great property, a great investment, and I just wanted to kind of talk through what our game plan is, what you're going to see in the future, about the home buying process, like all of that. So I thought we could get a cup of coffee, which I have here, talk through the things that we are doing, what's been happening, what the plan is, all of that kind of stuff, and have a quick coffee chat to dive deep into it. So grab your cup of coffee, and we're gonna get into all the details about how we're moving, when, where, all of the things. As I said, Ian had a great opportunity to start in a new role with his current company that is headquartered in Denver. We currently live in Atlanta. I love Atlanta. It is a big city with a lot to offer, but not so far away from my family, which is really nice. However, we will be moving from my family, like close to my family, to close to Ian's family. He got a call in late March and was asked if he wanted to transition into a new role with his current company. And it is something that Ian has desperately wanted to do for a while. So we talked about it. You know, obviously there are pros and cons to it all. However, we decided that for his career, it was the best move. So that kind of started the ticking clock as to when we needed to get going. We were told we needed to be out there by June. There's a lot of moving parts, so that kind of got shuffled up, and right now the movers come in 2 days. And we're lucky. Ian's company has a great relocation package. They come in, they pack everything, they load everything, they move everything. The only things that we had to do was figure out where we're going to move to in Denver. And are we buying? Are we renting? Are we going to keep this house, rent it out? Like what are we going to do? So there was a lot of like logistics in that sense that we had to figure out. But as far as like packing up our house ourselves, we don't have to do that. So that's why it looks very similar. It's actually quite a mess right now. I need to take some time to like clean it up. But the only thing that I have to do is, let me rewind a minute. So we started out looking for houses in Denver, trying to decide whether or not we were going to rent or buy. And Denver's housing market makes Atlanta's look affordable and stable, which is surprising because neither of those things would have been in my vocabulary 6 months ago when talking about Atlanta's rental and real estate market. So we got to looking for properties to rent in Denver, and it just didn't make, the numbers didn't make sense to rent somewhere that had the same amount of space. We could buy something and our mortgage would be $500-600 cheaper a month. So it made more sense for us to buy. That being said, we were like, okay, what are we doing with our Atlanta house? I personally love this house. It is small, but it is really nice, and it has been curated to exactly what I want. Are there things that I would change? Absolutely. But there are also things that I absolutely adore about this house, and I just am not ready to make the move. Sorry, the garbage truck is going by. I just was not ready to let this house go, to be quite honest. I think it is a great investment property. We're inside the perimeter. The housing market just keeps rising, you know. So we opted to rent our Atlanta house out while we purchase in Denver. So looking back, I wish I would have filmed what all that was happening when it was happening, but quite frankly, it was such a chaotic time and we had to make quick decisions that there wasn't really time to pick up the camera and film it. And there was a lot of in-depth discussions that involved our finances that, like, I just don't want to share all of that. But I went out to Denver for 2 days and I have a realtor out there, Hillary. She's great. I'm going to put her information down below. So if you are looking for a new house in the Denver area, please check her out. She was really amazing to work with. She was referred to us by a friend. I called her up and said, this is what we're looking for. I'm going to be out there these 2 days. Like, I need to find a house. So we met and she's like, okay, let's set up a search and let's do this. And, I flew out there. Ian was already there for a business trip, but he wasn't able to join me. So we flew out there I flew out there and I told Hillary, I was like, look, I need a 3-bedroom, at least a 2-bath. I need a fenced in yard. It has to have good natural flow and a lot of natural light. I would like a 2-car garage, and it needs to be in an area that has good school systems and, you know, within our price range and not too far away from Ian's job. And, you know, unfortunately, I am not able to keep my current job. So that's why I said I'm going to be leaning into YouTube a bit more, because I am starting today. I'm dedicating to, like, film more so that we can document it and so that I can enjoy my passion project, which is YouTube, a little bit more. I just haven't had time to do it. So anyway, I told her, the realtor, Hillary, I was like, I have 2 days. I want to see as many houses as possible. I will be definitive in my decision making. I will not be wishy-washy. Like, I need to leave this trip putting in an offer on a house and having a backup should that one fall through. Y'all, she thought I was crazy. As one does. Honestly, not our craziest home buying experience. We have not had a traditional home buying experience at all. So like our first house in West Virginia, we bought it sight unseen. We just did a FaceTime video through it. And then, you know, this house, we actually rented a house 2 houses up the street. And when this one came up for sale, we snatched it up from the previous owner and moved in here. So our home buying processes have not been traditional in the slightest. So anyway, we saw about 15 houses, and Ian works in the Denver Tech Center, so it's not Denver proper, and I don't have a job lined up yet because my industry is kind of niche. So we kind of wanted to be as close to Denver as possible, but without sacrificing Ian's commute. So anyway, we walked in, there were a lot of homes, but y'all, the Denver housing market is insane. We knew that we would probably be moving. Atlanta was never going to be our forever space. As much as I love this house and I love this area, we just knew that, like, if Ian stayed with his current company, that it was not going to be in the cards that we could keep this house forever, or we would stay here forever. So we have actively been saving, and we saved a pretty penny to put down on our new house. And it's still, and I thought surely to goodness we would be able to afford exactly what we wanted in exactly the area we wanted. And Denver is so expensive that it was actually a little bit of a struggle. We didn't get everything we wanted in the house. We got a single car garage, and it is a tri-level, but I don't mind a tri-level. I like it better than a split level. Yeah, so anyway, there are quite a few projects that I want to do in the new house, so I'm excited for the content and to have the time to do it. So let me give you the timeline of what's happening. So I went out there beginning of April, found the house. We closed 2 weeks ago on it. And we also decided to rent this house, and we have renters starting in this house on June 1st. So we are very lucky that everything has kind of fallen into place. Today, I am doing laundry, and I am taking everything off the walls today. And I have to patch, the nail holes and whatnot. And then tomorrow we have our farewell dinner. We finish up doing anything that needs to get done here. And Wednesday, the movers come and they pack everything. And Thursday, they load it on a truck. And Friday, we head out to Denver and we drive 22 hours. We are stopping in Kansas City and we are taking Penny. We cannot fly because we have Penny, and also I have houseplants and certain things that cannot be moved. So I'm very lucky that I do not have to pack the house. If I did, I probably would be losing it right now. However, there has still been a lot to do. We had to get the house prepped and cleared and decluttered, and now you wouldn't be able to tell it because we've cluttered it back up. But so yeah, the timeline is tight. And there's a lot to it. We're very excited. We have family out in Denver. We have some friends that have relocated there in recent years. It is going to be a fun adventure. Ian and I have always enjoyed traveling. We've always tried to see every state that touches the state we live in. We were planning a trip to Birmingham, Alabama this year in the fall. And because we haven't been to Alabama, and I don't know if I've talked about this, but I only consider seeing a state if you stay the night in the state and then you end up experiencing it a little bit. And so I haven't been to Alabama. I've driven through it, but I haven't been there to experience the culture. And so Alabama is the one state that we lived in, or that we lived close to, that we didn't go see. And I'm kind of bummed because I don't know when I will go to Alabama. I'm going to have to make a special trip for it. But I have seen, I think I'm at 28 of the 50 states. So and I'm 34. So that's a pretty good average. And Ian and I have been traveling, and most of those were with Ian. So since college. But yeah, very excited. So we're already kind of planning our trips to go to Montana and Wyoming and New Mexico, which are all states I haven't been to yet. So very, very excited to explore the city of Denver, but also the surrounding areas. I'm excited for Penny to have a fenced-in yard. I think she's going to love it. I am job searching, but I'm taking my time on it, and I really want to take my time on it, to be honest. I am still recouping from burnout from a few years ago, for my last, not the job that I was just in, but the job prior to that. It really took a toll on me, and I don't feel like I really ever fully recovered because I went straight into another job. And so I really know that the job market is garbage right now. And so I am taking this time to focus on things that bring me joy. I want to really curate my house. I want to work on projects. I want to work on my YouTube channel. And so this has been chaotic and crazy. And so YouTube has fallen off because it's not a necessity. It's just something I like to do. And that's how it always goes. But I am really looking forward to putting more time and effort into it and showcasing the new house to you guys. I want to do an empty house tour. We've got projects that I want to get done before the movers deliver our stuff, because we'll get out there by Sunday. Well, I'm very sad to be leaving Atlanta. I am excited for the new adventure, but it is all going to be interesting. It's going to be a whirlwind. but I have a feeling you're gonna see a lot more of me, which is good, right? So anyway, big news, lots of things happening. Sorry I've been MIA. I am trying to figure out what I'm doing with my life. So bear with me, guys, but I definitely cannot wait to see you guys more the later half of this year. And we have lots of projects and content. I've already been thinking of all the things that we could do. So anyway, I will be seeing you very soon. It's moving day. All of our stuff is being packed up. It's very, very sad. It's funny because all of these boxes are my clothes, except for this one right here. Still a little packing left to do in here, but not much. So, it's moving day. They came yesterday to pack everything, and they got most of it packed, and then today they're loading it all, and we're staying with our friend Kelsey and Jake and little Pepper tonight, and then we leave out super early in the morning. So it is a full 3 days. I'm very excited, but also very sad. It's bittersweet to be leaving. But yeah, we have a 23-hour drive ahead of us, and yeah, it's gonna be a long couple of days, but I'm gonna bring you guys along for the ride and capture as much as I can. It's just kind of hard because there's a lot of stuff we have to do. But we rented a minivan, and I wasn't sure about it at first because, you know, minivan life. But y'all, I'm kind of here for it. Like, it's actually really roomy, and there's like a ton of space and a lot of amenities. So, not that I'm gonna buy one. I'm just saying I can understand why people do. So, anywhoozles, I'm gonna do a little bit of work today while the guys finish stuff up and like labeling stuff, and then we're gonna be hitting the road super early in the morning. So as you can see, there is a ton of stuff, and I am a pack rat, and I need to purge some things. So anywho, all right, see you guys soon. Okay guys, the house is empty other than the few things we have to put in the car, and I am so sad. I love this house so much, and it's really hard to leave. So, but there's new adventures, and it'll be great. The movers got everything packed and ready to go, and which is awesome, but it's been one heck of a day, and very emotional too. As you can see, our primary bedroom is empty, and our guest room is empty as well. It's just sad. I really poured my heart and soul into this house, and it's just hard to leave. So anyway, on to new adventures. So I have to get a little bit of editing done, and then Ian's finishing up some work stuff real quick. We'll be loading the car up and heading out in the morning at 6 a.m. So wish us luck. You'll see some footage of whatever we see on the road. Okay, we're off like a herd of turtles. Car's packed, and we are making our way to Kansas City, Missouri. Got a little Penny here, and we got coffee. It's gonna be a good day, and a long day at that. Hi guys, we made it to Colorado. Got little Pin here, she's done so great. Ian's driving the last leg. And we should be there in about 2 hours, give or take a little bit of time. So it's just really brown here. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this vlog about our journey and like what's happening in our lives. I'm going to be coming to you with some new content very, very soon. So you'll be seeing a lot more of me and Ian and probably little Penny as well. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!